Hey everybody, it's Max Clausen, and yes, it's been a whole month since my next deck profile, but as usual, the same kind of excuse and or reasoning. I want to get the cards that I need, and since SUDA was just a few weeks away, I was like, yeah, I'll wait till I get the new cards. So, gonna be bringing you guys an update to the Mimighoul deck profile. This is actually my eighth place version of it, so I may change it up for next time I take it. My matchups were against Fire King's Azamina-ish Snake Eye kind of deck. It was against the homie Kevin, so shout out to him. My second match was Dragon Linked. Managed to get that 2-0, and my third and fourth round matches were both against Raizio Mitsurugi, and let me tell you guys, that deck is just, for lack of better words, just fucking insane. Like, it's so annoying how Raizio can just pivot into other things just so easily and rarely gets conflicted. But ended up losing those, but it wasn't a clean 0-2. I did get 1 and 2, but got 8th place, so the deck performed pretty well. So this is going to be a 50 card version of my Mimighoul Kashtira deck. So if you guys enjoy, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more. So with all that out the way, let's get into this. We're going to start off with the Mimighoul line. It's going to be pretty quick and simple since we've been over this before. So we cut down from the pure Mimighoul to just 1 Master, 3 Dragon, 3 Fiend. We played 3 Fairy, and these last 2 are my personal choices to play because I want more names, and that's Mimighoul Armor and Mimighoul Slime. Master, as we all know, on summon he's a Stratos for your deck. Dragon is your spell and trap searcher, and it destroys all other non-Mimighoul monsters when it flips up. Archfiend makes your opponent discard 1 and lets you draw 1. And Fairy keeps your opponent from activating monster effects that they special summon from the hand, so it does shut down Raizio pretty well if you manage to flip it up during their turn. Or you can activate its effect where it's an extender, where if you have a Mimighoul monster, you can just special summon it. So that's pretty good. Armor, when flipped up, all Mimighouls on the field cannot be destroyed by battle or effects this turn. And if your opponent controls a monster, you can just special summon this card from your hand. And Slime lets you summon a Mimighoul from your deck when it's flipped up. And if your opponent controls more monsters, you can summon this to your field. So this one is the better extender. This one is certainly situational, but you know, it does come up here and there. You want to run 3 of these guys always. Maybe this will go up to 2, possibly. Well, I could see it going up to 2 or 3 because it's also a decent little extender. Next up, for the Mimighoul spells and traps, we have the 3 Dungeon, the ace card of the deck. We have 3 Maker, and I choose to run 2 Mimighoul Room. Dungeon is pretty much your key card of the entire deck, your main control card. While it's on the field, any opponent that controls a face-down monster cannot attempt to normal summon. You can still set, but you know, that's still that. Once per turn, you can search out a Mimighoul monster from your deck or graveyard. And Mimighouls that would not normal summon or flip summon this turn gain attack equal to their defense points. So all your other Mimighoul monsters will gain attack equal to what they have. Maker is your searcher card and starter of the deck. You reveal 2 flip monsters with different names, and your opponent randomly chooses one to set to their field. And while it's in the graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, you can ban it. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can banish this card to flip one of their face down monsters face up. I pulled that off against my first Raizio Mitsurugi player, and it did destroy his field, so it was pretty good. So, keep in mind that it does have a secondary effect. Mimighoul Room is your interruption card. You can summon a Mimighoul from your hand or deck to either side of the field, face down to your opponent's field. And then you can Book of Moon a monster, non-targeting. And while it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to return any number of Mimighoul cards you control to your hand. So if your opponent tries to board wipe or run over your Mimighouls, you can just banish this, get them right back to your hand, so you can get their effects off again. That's it for the Mimighoul side. Let's go into the Kashtira part. And yes, I do sound congested. I don't know why. It's always when I'm either on my day off or just making a video for you guys, but I suffered through it. Anyway, 3 Unicorn, 3 Fenrir, 1 Planet Wraithsoth, and 1 Kashtira Birth. These are all the Kashtira cards I play. You can play 3 Fenrir if you want to see it more. But the more important card to see is Unicorn, because in this meta, just stealing stuff from your opponent's extra deck is really ridiculous. So with that in mind, I might, when I update this, play the Mimighoul Charm card. That really card, if you guys see my last profile of this deck, you'll know what that card is. So it's pretty sick. Fenrir, banish a card from your opponent's extra deck. Fenrir banishes a monster, a face-up card on their field. Field spell lets you search either one of these and gives your monsters 100 attack for every other different attribute on the field. And Birth lets you normal or summon a level 7 monster, and you can special summon a Kashtira from your hand, field, or banish. And when your opponent resolves a spell card, you can banish 3 cards, up to 3 cards from their, it's 3 cards from their graveyard face down. Next up to the supporting cards that we play. Since we're all in and this is a 50 card deck, I do play the 3 Triple Tactics Thrust, just getting any of our power cards we need, like Imperm or even Mimighoul Maker or Room if that case. Since this is an annoying hand trap meta, we do have the 3 Cross-Out Designator just to keep our plays insulated. Next, I do have the 2 Tactics Talents. You can also just be like, they activate the talents, you go cross out, banish your talents, and there they go. It's pretty sick, but nice that it happens. And for the field spell support, we have the Set Rotation, and oh my god, and we do have the Terraforming. Drop my card. So Set Rotation is a pretty good card. It slows down some decks that have to use a field spell to get their plays off. So, if you know Set Rotation, but if you don't, activate this. You set a field spell from the deck to both players' fields with different names. And while either of those cards are set, neither player can activate nor set another field spell. And Terraforming is just terraforming. And we do play the 1 Azure Rune statue. I might change this to play the Silo Hat trick, because that card is a little bit better in my personal opinion, but this card is still good. So all the personal preference. I may play both of them, so who knows, because there are times I draw this one card and I don't want to. Now for the hand traps, we play a good number. We play the 3 Nibiru, the 3 Ash Blossom, the 3 Droll and Lockbird, and the 3 Impermanence. Punish players that overextend, just keep from searching the deck, stop searching from the deck entirely, and negate a monster effect and or a column. That is it for the main deck, a total of 50 cards. Now we go into the extra deck. For the extra deck, we have the 1 Assemble Nightingale, the 1 Mimighoul Throne, and the new tech from Supreme Darkness that I do believe is indirect Mimighoul support is the 1 Ripple Bird. Now this card is pretty sick, and it actually helped me OTK against the first matchup I had. So what this card does is that, first of all, it has the same effect as those other rank 1s that says you can flip the opponent's monster battle positions. And it has two other effects where if this card and if all monsters on your field are in attack mode, everything you control gains 500 attack. And if everything you have is in defense mode, your opponent cannot declare an attack. So this card is pretty sick. I do suggest Mimighoul players start playing this card because that extra attack boost definitely does come up. I play the 2 giant Mimighoul just for another key searcher and a time card, pretty much, because it does pop face-up cards equal to the number of set monsters the opponent has. So yeah, being able to burn the time is pretty, good that this deck has that. We have the 1 Downed Magician, the Sky Slayer Typhon, and the AA Zeus. For the links, we have the Relinquish Anima, the IP Masquerada, the Silo Hat Rabbit. I do have a SP Little Knight, but it's not in this deck right now. I know, pretty bad deck building, but we'll just put, this right here. Just pretend this is Little Knight, guys. Just pretend. I have the card. You all know that. But yeah, we have the Little Knight, Access Code Talker, the Mech Knight Crusader Avamax, and the Underworld Goddess to round off our extra deck. Now let's get into the side. For the side deck, I did throw it together last minute because I wasn't sure what deck I was going to play, like usual, but these were pretty good cards aside. So for the hand traps, we do have more Ghost Mourner. We have the 3 Ghost Ogre. And then we have the 3 Lancia, just to stop just another version of Veiler and or Imperm with effect damage to boot. We have Ghost Ogre because a lot of things lose to Ghost Ogre. And we have the Lancia for literally just the Malice matchup. For back row hate, we do have the Feather Duster still. We have the Cosmic Cyclone. And for the board clearers, we do play the 3 evenly match. That's going to be it for this updated deck profile of Mimighouls. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you do, be sure to leave a like I said. Subscribe to the channel for more content. It does take a while. If you want to support and donate to help me get cards, better equipment, stuff like that, sure to check out my Patreon, which I do want to do more for, or you can even donate to my Cash App or PayPal. Links are in the description down below. And yeah, that's going to be it from you guys. So take care and thanks for watching.